Hey folks, Deano here again. This time, after finally being released from his customs hell, we finally have the Demoniacal Fit Hero Waltz, the Supreme Dance, otherwise known as third-party figure arts, a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from the Broly movie. And yeah, I don't know what I've done to deserve all this bad luck recently. Usually I get these in hand to review quite quickly, but yeah, this guy, for example, like I had issues with the Vegito getting delivered to me. This guy, he shipped over a week before Vegito did, and I got Vegito first. That should tell you all you need to know. Yeah, he sat in customs for over a week, which really shouldn't happen. Like, AliExpress already deals with customs charges and stuff before it even ships out. you pay the extra before anything else. Like, I really don't get it. I don't. But yeah, ran out of the way. Hopefully the upcoming figures like the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito and other things, which I'm not going to discuss just yet. Yeah, I'm still teasing it. A lot of people probably know what it is by now, but some of you probably don't even care, frankly. But yeah, I am excited for getting it in hand. But yeah, anyway, let's start talking about this guy, shall we, and stop ranting. Even though I do have the Kami 1 version, which I am very happy with, I still wanted to get this guy to compare for you guys, just to see, because this guy is cheaper. Even the more inflated price of this guy compared to the Fusion Reborn version, the Super Saiyan, but he does come with probably the most amount of accessories I've ever seen in a Demoniacal Fit release, quite frankly. We literally have 5 different head sculpts in this box. But yeah, obviously this video will be in 2 parts. I'll be reviewing this guy just on his own merits, and then we'll be doing the comparisons in the part 2, because there's so many accessories here I probably won't have enough time, or if I do, it'll go into like the 30 odd minute mark and no one wants to watch that long. Well, maybe some of you do, but anyway, let's get this guy off turntable. And oh, I keep forgetting, link is in the description if you do wish to purchase this guy. Treasure Toy Wholesale Store still has him in stock, and as far as I know, he still has the pre-order bonus as well, which he's just shipping out first come first served. So yeah, let's take a look at the box. So, in terms of the box, it is standard for Demoniacal Fit at this point. They always like to mimic the event exclusive style boxes from Tamashii. So we have this black with blue accents, showing the figure itself at the side here. Demoniacal Fit 2025 made in China. Hero Waltz of Supreme Dance. Again, Demoniacal Fit copying everything Tamashii, including their new obsession with loads of subtitles. So yeah, we've got the Demoniacal Fit logo down there. Hero Waltz on the side, and on the back, just some images of him, poses, and stuff that he comes with, and Demoniacal Fit's own blurb, and all that good stuff. Now, my box is in pristine condition. That's because Demoniacal Fit is still sticking to their word and shipping everything in shipper boxes these days, which is very, very nice to see. Really helps protecting with shipment. You've seen the problems I had with the Mythos Anime Vegito, the Limit Breaker one. So yeah, very, very nice to see. We also have this little box here. This was just the bonus box for the effect pieces, which we will take a look at right now. So yeah, there was actually so much in this box, I've had to split the accessory pack, the accessory part. I'll show the effect shortly. But yeah, this is everything apart from the effects that comes with this guy. So we have 5 different head sculpts. That's insane. That's actually crazy. We have the standard hair. It's coming across a bit dark in this. For some reason, the white balance was going crazy with this, so I've had to dim it down. Apologies. This is a lighter blue in person. So we've got standard Super Saiyan Blue, Windswept Super Saiyan Blue, Windswept Super Saiyan with the halo. This one you can use on this figure, but this is more a bonus accessory for the Fusion Reborn version. A base form and a base form Windswept here. And to go with that, we get a plethora of different faces as well. Demoniacal Fit really pulling out the stops for this release to compete with Kami 1, quite frankly. So we got, for Super Saiyan Blue, Stern Face, Smirk, Teeth Gritted, and Yelling Face. I do have to say as well, I'll compare these faces in part 2 with the original Hero Waltz, the Super Saiyan faces, just to show you they have improved the eyes on all of these. They look much better. The other ones, even though the hair itself still looks a bit more generic, the faces do look a little bit more like Gogeta, I have to say. Doesn't get past the fact that the hairs aren't a very good sculpt, mind you, but yeah, it's good to see. And we get one face for the Windswept Super Saiyan, looking down and to the right. I'm not sure where that's taken from, but it's nice that it's included. And 4 base form faces, which are the exact same as Super Saiyan Blue. So Stern, Smirk, Teeth Gritted, and full-on Yelling Face. For hands, we have 7 pairs here, I believe. Pair of fists, pair of martial arts posing hands, Ki Blast hands, Kamehameha style hands, a pair of hands specifically for holding the vest, which is very nice to see. Very nice that they've actually included that. I have already checked. This does fit on the Kami 1 version as well. I'll be showing that in the part 2. And then we have 2 pairs of Kamehameha style hands. One has the standard like a straight peg, if it will actually show, like that, for one of the Ki Blast effects. In fact, for both sets of Ki Blast effects that come with this guy. And then a pair with a clear peg. That was stumping quite a few people, but it's actually for the original Hero Waltz Soul Punisher. It's a smaller peg for that, so you can reuse that effect, but make it look as if it's the Broly movie version. I'm not really sure why they didn't just include that effect in this set, but that would be a little bit greedy, to be honest, with the sheer amount of stuff we actually got in this set anyway. And finally, a pair of crossed arms, which is very nice to see. So yeah, let's take a look at these effects now. So in terms of effects, this is what we get. These 2 here are quote-unquote pre-order bonuses, but most sellers, including Treasure Toy Wholesale Store, are treating it as a first come first served sort of thing, because it's quite difficult to keep track of pre-orders for third parties. Let's be honest, AliExpress sellers, they they sell that many things, you can't really expect them to keep track of that. Like, companies like 5K Toys and that may treat it differently, but unless otherwise stated, yeah, those effects are first come first serve. In the standard box, you get a Kamehameha effect, which we are well accustomed to at this point. Superhero Gohan came with one, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, yada yada yada. So yeah, still nice that it's included. Can never have too many of these, although I say that sitting with about 1 million of the 2.0 version, which is a nightmare to put together. But yeah, these ones are really, really nice. Like, I love how they designed this. It's all clear plastic with a little spray of white in the middle. Those plug into, if I can find the correct hands, because of course I put them away. Yeah, both sets of these effects work with the standard peg. So yeah, that just slots in like that. You can push it in further, but I'm not going to. And yeah, that's to recreate the effects that Gogeta fires at Broly just before he fires off the... it's not Soul Punisher in the Broly movie, is it? It's Stardust Breaker, isn't it? So yeah, it's the effect he uses from that, which is very, very nice to see. And I will certainly be posing him up with that. So yeah, let's get this out of the way and take a look at the figure now. So just to quickly show you how you pop everything back on, standard stuff. The wrists are quite nicely designed, although do be careful because the way Demoniacal Fit have built it, if you're pulling off the hands, there is a chance that the wrist gauntlets can come off with it. And the way it works is the actual ball peg, or ball hinge for the wrist, is kind of what's keeping that in place. So if you pop that off, you will have to pop the entire thing on. But yeah, easy enough to fix anyway. We get the Super Saiyan head, pops on very easily, perfect fit, not an issue there at all. In order to pop the faces on, you have to pop them into the front bang first, and then you pop that on like so. And just to quickly show, just in case anyone's curious, the windswept here, I'll use the base form for comparison, goes on exactly the same way, just the peg layout is different, so you can't swap the bangs as far as I'm aware. But yeah, just pop those into the front bangs and then pop that on. Just like that. And yeah, I do have to say I really love the windswept here that's with these. I'll probably end up using them for both of the Demoniacal Fit Gogetas because yeah, spoilers, these aren't going in my main display. These are going in my posing shelf because I have the Kami 1 for that. For the main shelf, so yeah. Oh, and just to quickly show you just how easily these work, again, if I can find them, the hand for holding the jacket literally just slots over the jacket like so, easy as that, and it grips not too tight, but tight enough that you can basically pose it up whichever way you like, which is really, really nice feature. I like that. But yeah, taking a look at the figure itself, let's slightly move it up a little because again, my camera seems to enjoy taking the mick out of me and getting rid of the hair in my shots. But yeah, what is there to say? Like, it is a really, really nice figure. In a vacuum, this would have been the perfect Gogeta for people. No one, including myself, probably would have complained about the essentially nitpicky issues that have arisen from the fact that Kami 1 also did one, and in my opinion did it better. That's just my opinion. Some people may disagree with that. But yeah, I just much prefer how Kami 1's looks, and especially the vest. Not the vest, the legs. These ones are too thin for Gogeta. Either version. Like, I'll do a full comparison in part 2, don't worry. But yeah, I do really like how this guy looks. It's just in my opinion, he's not quite as good as the Kami 1. But then he's not as expensive as the Kami 1 either, so it sort of evens out. And at the end of the day, it's personal preference, isn't it? Some people may like things that others don't. But yeah, in terms of the looks of this guy, he's pretty much the same as the Fusion Reborn version. I believe there's a bit more shading on the pants than there is on the Fusion Reborn one. But the pants colour is almost the same. The socks and belt are slightly lighter. They're not quite the turquoisey colour that they probably should be, in my opinion, for the Broly movie version of Gogeta, but they are still nice. They get the job done. Vest, I am glad Demoniacal Fit went with the more greenish yellow for the shoulder pads and the neck piece. Obviously, Kami 1 gave us both versions that we can choose. But yeah, still nice that Demoniacal Fit went with this colour scheme. Skin tone is very nice. It's, I believe, slightly different from the Fusion Reborn version, but not so much that you can't swap accessories or anything like that, so don't worry about that. But yeah, the only shading I can really see is on the pants. The rest is just plastic. There's a little bit of paint on, obviously, the collar. A little bit paint bleed there, but not much that you're going to notice it, quite frankly. And I'm very happy that these are still a really soft piece. They get out the way really, really nicely. And I do really like how the shoulders are designed on this guy. If we would have got a combination of this guy and Kami 1's look for like the shoulder pads, I think we would have had the perfect figure. Like, Kami 1 still uses the single peg in the back, and for some ungodly reason uses a clear peg to put it on. So yeah, not a fun experience swapping those out, to be honest. But these ones are held in place by two mushroom pegs, one on either side, so they stay on well, they pop off easily, and they pop back on with no issue whatsoever. So if you want him holding his hand above his head, you can swap that about and have it looking correct. But yeah, the hair is quite nice. It's very close to like the official metallic sort of blue, but albeit slightly darker. But yeah, quite nice. I can't really tell if there's actual shading in the sort of crevices here, or if that's just the lighting that's causing that. I could swear there's a darker colour in those crevices, but you know, that's probably just me at it. In terms of articulation, he can look up a little. Vest does get in the way though, but he can look up that far. You can look down really well. Obviously, face starts to separate, so if you don't want it separating at all, that's as far down as you get. Can swivel, pivot, all the rest of it. Neck moves forward and back as well, which is quite nice. Arms, as I showed before, can swivel all the way around, no issues. They can go up. Whoa! Okay, that just that just exploded in my hand there. Easy enough to put on, I suppose. They probably changed how the shoulders work specifically for the crossed arms. I tested it on the Fusion Reborn version, but not on this guy. Apparently those come out a lot easier on this guy. But yeah, don't force it too far. He can get his arms up that far. Butterfly is nice, like so. He can get his arms into a nice Kamehameha pose. I can probably force that further with the vest But yeah, very, very nice. Anyway, pop that back on. Bicep rotation, double joint at the elbow, gets really nice. Ball hinge at the wrist. Ab section can arc back that far. You can go forward a decent amount. Lots of pivot and swivels all around. Decent range there. Legs can kick up but that far. And we're still using the Superhero Gohan style legs. So you can't kick any further than that, but that is perfectly serviceable anyway. Double joint at the knees. Gets decent range. No sock rotation, unfortunately, but we do get some back and forward. Ankle pivot is pretty good. And to articulation. So all in all, standard articulation for a quote-unquote 3.0 style figure. Not quite as good as the Kami 1 in terms of articulation, especially in the legs, but I mean, at the end of the day, that articulation is a bonus. It's not really something you really should expect from most figures, to be honest. Oh, and the tie on his belt swivels, which is quite good. So yeah, all in all, a pretty decent figure. If you're willing to forego the more accurate look of Kami 1s in favour of a bit more affordable price, especially once Kami 1s inevitably sells out and scalpers and third parties start getting a hold of him, this guy will definitely be the go-to at that point, I believe. But yeah, overall, he is a decent figure. He really, really is. For some reason, I just realised they'd actually made separate sculpts for this and the Windswept, because it doesn't have the halo hole on that, or the Super Saiyan Blue and base form Windswept either. That's strange. I honestly thought they would have just used the same sculpt, but no, unless they're drilling the holes afterwards, but it doesn't seem like a normal occurrence for these mass-produced things. You would think the hole was like pre-molded into it. But anyway, who am I to judge? I don't know anything about manufacture. I just review them. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for this review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you still think this guy is worth getting instead of the Kami 1? Whether you can afford it or not, that is totally on you. Like, I'm not going to judge either way. At the end of the day, this is a more affordable version, so have at it if that's what you prefer. But yeah, guys, like I said before, links in the description if you wish to purchase this guy. I'll leave a link to the Kami 1 versions and the standard Hero Waltz as well, if for whatever reason someone hasn't bought them yet. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.